Coaching is a critical element for leaders, yet they do such a poor job of coaching. Why is that? Well, we talked yesterday in my Facebook Live about attitudes for the people being coached are based on the relationship of trust they have with the leader, with the manager. Makes sense? And we talked a little bit about how to build a good relationship with your people based on having you be a strength finder rather than a fault finder. So if you want to see about that, then have a look at the Facebook Live from yesterday about setting up the right attitude to have people receive the coaching. Now, another very critical thing is, how do we get this right? Well, let's find out about that. We've got 7 steps to help people get into a coaching process that works. My name is Greg Story. I'm the president of Carnegie Training here in Japan and the best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery. So what do? We want to think about, okay, what's an opportunity for coaching this person? Look at their progression in their career, think about their work, think about the next stage. What is the area that needs coaching? What would help them to really understand what will be the next step? Where do they need to put the emphasis? What can we do to help them think about how to drive that career? And if you want to drive your career, then, this is a very key thing. You need help from the boss. You need help from the leader. If you're getting that in your company now, then maybe throw a few hearts up there and let me know if you're getting some love. Probably not many people are getting much love, unfortunately. Anyway, we hope that you are. So the other thing then is, okay, we identify the opportunity. Then we've got to think about, all right, how do we set this up? What's the desired outcome? What does success look like? If we think about each person, how far would we expect them to get in a couple of bounds? It can't be too far in the future because that's too far away. What's realistic? What's reasonable? What could we do to get them to the next stage? What would be some small jumps? Don't make the jumps too large because people feel defeated. Then attitude. We talked about attitude before. Right, what's the right attitude? It's got to be something from a very positive sense rather than a critical sense of, you didn't do this right, therefore I've got to teach you something. People don't like being criticized, they like being encouraged. So the whole coaching conversation should be around encouragement. You're already good. We love what you do. You've got a great future here. I'm going to help you make it go faster, make it go further. I'm going to support you. That is what people want to hear from the boss. Now, we have to provide some resources. But what's the number one resource they need? Boss time. Definitely boss time. Bosses today, no time. No time. That's why there's no coaching being done. They're all too busy. So being able to cut out time for your people to give the coaching, that is the biggest resource that you can make available for people, because that's probably the most valuable. If you think about all the resources you've got, all the things you can do for them, it's not money usually, it's time, your time. And then, okay, well, we think about, right, how do we teach people? Show them, we know this, show them, let them do it, help them if there's any issues, let them loose, right? Very simple. So you give them a task to do, you explain how it's done, you let them start, but don't let them start and then abandon them and then come back way later and say, oh, no, you screwed that up, that's all wrong. No, you give them a chance, let them try, you can just check to make sure it's going okay, keep the encouragement going, yes, you can do this, because often you're asking them to do things out of their comfort zone, so you've got to get that encouragement there. They can, in fact, be successful. So yes, you can do this, and then let them work on it. Bit of feedback, not micromanagement though. This is very critical. The feedback has got to be in there without it being micromanagement, because nobody likes being micromanaged. All right, and then we say, okay, right, how do we measure progress? How do we look at where are we going with this? What are some milestones? And then as they're hitting those milestones, you note that, you tell them, that's great, you've done well there, you've stepped it up, that's great, you're on the way, a bit more to go, so they feel, yes, I'm on the right track, my boss is with me on this one, I'm getting the right support, I'm getting boss time, I feel like I'm succeeding, and I'm getting this new skill, I'm getting this new facility, I'm getting this new ability, I feel it's starting to consolidate within me. And then when we get to the completion of that particular skill set, then reward. It could be a lunch, it could be drinks, it could be just fantastic. You've really shown a lot of capability here. This shows me that you're going to be a leader in this company in the future. We really look forward to seeing you join the leadership group, or whatever it might be, in praise or whatever, but there's got to be some reward component, right? So there are some steps to how to coach people. And again, attitude in terms of the trust part is very, very critical at the beginning. So how do we know these things? How do we know that there's a 7-step process for getting through the coaching model? How do we have a process for that? Most people have no process, particularly in coaching, no process and no coaching. So let's turn that around completely. And knowledge comes from information, good information. Where do you get good information? Well, our website's got tremendous information there. enjapan.dalecarnegie.com. enjapan.dalecarnegie.com. See a lot of information there about leadership training. You can go and see some courses there. And by the way, we've got one coming up. There's going to be a preview for our Leadership Training for Managers course, March 7, 2019. March 7, we have a preview. You can come and check out what the course is going to be like. Okay, meet some other like-minded people who are obviously ambitious. They obviously want to make more of their career. They're very focused. They're very energetic. That's the right people to mix with, right? That's the group. You want to be in that circle, right? Not the loser circle. You want to be in the winner circle. They'll be here. Why don't you come too? March 7. You see the details at enjapan.dalecarnegie.com for the preview for the Leadership Training for Managers program. Check that out. And we've got the program coming up later in the year, the actual course itself. Or you might go to our podcast on iTunes or Stitcher. We've got the Leadership Japan series. For leadership, I've got 294 podcasts there. You can get a lot of information there. Very, very helpful. Or you might like to look at the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, a TV show on YouTube. That comes out every Tuesday. A lot of leadership content on that too. Or just on our website, Japan Dale Carnegie TV. Japan Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. Lots and lots and lots of videos. 777, 777, I think, on there at the moment. That's a ton of videos. All free. Go and access that. So you've got the audio with the podcast, come with transcripts if you'd like to read. You've got the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. It's video, or comes with transcripts if you like to read. You go to our website, lots and lots of videos there. Or come in and look at our courses. We've got, actually today, I'm in the High Performance Center. We're about to start a course today. I'm actually teaching it. It's on human relations, effective human relations and good communication. How to have great people skills. Now, you might think, I have people skills, I've got those. Well, become a leader and then see how good your people skills are. Because believe me, it is not that easy, right? Because the things that made you great, that got you promoted, are usually missing in the people that you're leading, because they've got other strengths. They've got other abilities that don't look like you. And you think, well, just be like me. You'll be fine. They won't be fine because they're not like you. So as a leader, you've got to know, okay, each person is different. I need to have those really good people skills to deal with each person being a different type of personality and different needs. And I've got to be a great communicator as well. How do I do that? Well, this course today is a one-day course. It's a short course on that particular aspect. So these sorts of things are on our website. All the information's there. You can pick these up. We've got, every month, we have 2 short courses going, and then we have multiple long courses running all the time, like Leadership Training for Managers coming up later in the year. Previews on the 7th of March. Details on our site, enjapan.dalecarnegie.com. Check it out. That might be something that you can send your people to. If you're the boss, you might want to come to it yourself. If you're looking at your leadership group and you're saying, you know what, we need some oomph here, we need a bit more ability, a bit more capability, a bit more scale, a bit more bench strength, how am I going to do that? You send them to Dale Carnegie, we'll help you with that. So check it all out. There's a lot of information there for you, lots of ways of accessing that information, and this is something that is not going away. Leadership is going to be the maker and breaker of companies in the future, because the ones with good leaders are going to be able to recruit and retain, especially retain their staff. And this is going to be the winner in a talent war, which is a zero-sum game of either you get and keep the people or you don't, and your competitors get them. And that's all coming back to leadership. If you've got that nailed down, if you're happy with that, great, good to go. If you'd like to see it done better, you'd like to see it more powerful, you'd like to see it maybe more of an enabler, more of a driver, more of an engine for your organisation, then come to us. We can help you. Okay, let's go and get it. I've got to get to work. I've got to run this class very shortly. So good luck for today.